Gaballo. Question number 1. Please tell us about yourself. What are your interests and hobbies? I am very resourceful person. I am very confident and I believe I am very smart. Indeed, I love to read books and arts and doing some research. Are you involved in extracurricular activities that you could coach or supervise? Of course. Actually, I have won twice in a division level in doing research congress, and also I have coached an interpretive spontaneous speech, and I have also won in the division level. And I also coaching table tennis in terms of physical activities. What did you decide to become a teacher for the subject for which you are applying? I really love to teach and I really love children, especially when they explore, they learn something significant, when they learn something new and they apply it in their real lives. It really gives me some fulfillment. Are you currently employed as a teacher? Yes, I am currently teaching in the Department of Education, Philippines. How many hours per day do you teach and how many days per week? I am teaching 8 hours per day and 5 days a week. Describe your teaching experience. What subjects have you taught and at what grade level? I am teaching general education in elementary. Before, for the 5 years, I was teaching math and science and English, but at the moment I am teaching grade 2 and I am teaching all the subjects, especially English, math, Filipino, which is our vernacular language. I am also teaching arts, music, physical education, social studies, and all the subjects that are available in our education system. Describe other work experiences you have had besides teaching. I am doing some research work and I am always joining contests and doing some publications in terms of research. Have you ever worked in the United States? If so, when, where, and why? I haven't any working experience in the United States or any country aside from Philippines. What do you hope to be doing professionally 5 years from now? I envision myself 5 years from now to become equipped in my profession as a teacher and continuously updating myself in terms of education and will never stop in innovating and of course developing myself as a teacher and hopefully I can be a consultant in education. If I were to talk to several of your colleagues, how would they describe your personality? My colleagues and friends would always tell me that I am very confident person. I am very resourceful, flexible, easy to deal with, and I am always helping them, especially in computer works and matter. How would your students say about you? Oh, my students would always say that I am strict. Indeed, they really love me and always thank me at the end of the day because they really learn something significant, especially for what is essential in the lesson. How do you prepare to teach your lessons? Of course, I am preparing my DLL or daily log plan or daily lesson plan, which is the framework of my lesson for the day. It is my guide to what to prepare, strategies to use for my lesson for that day. And of course, aside from lesson planning, I'm also preparing my interactive board, my using projector and my PowerPoint presentation, and aside from that, I'm also using visual aids. What would your lesson plans include? My lesson plans includes, of course, with the application of the content standard, performance standard, and learning competencies. With that core objective of my lesson, I would go over to the materials, the procedure, of course, where I applied the 4 A's, the application, abstraction, activity, and of course the evaluation, where I can assess my capacity as a teacher, and of course the level of my students. Describe how you would teach reading to a class of 15 students with mixed abilities. I would really consider first, of course, the different abilities of my students, considering the multiple intelligences of my students. I would apply the differentiated activities or learning to them, where they have the most of their interest. Example, in those students who are visual, I would apply images, videos, something that they can look at in order for them to recognize the word, and easy for them to read and identify the sound. And for those who are interpersonal person, it's easier for them to collaborate, I would really use their peer and classmates to help them and to bridge the learning, and for them to easy to recognize the word, and they will be able to read and to comprehend what they have read. Describe how would you teach math to a class of 15 students with mixed learning abilities. I am a teacher that it's a prerogative for me to really know the abilities of my students before I could apply the content, the process, and the product of my lesson. Knowing the different abilities of my students, I would apply what strategies that suit them, what multiple intelligence that is really effective in order for the learning to really happen for them. Example, in teaching math, for those who are students who are musically inclined, I would really apply music in order for them to bridge the mathematical skills in an artistic manner. Think about a class that you have taught recently. Talk about 2 of the teaching strategies or methods that you use. I really believe that there is learning, especially when the learners are doing something, or learning by doing. So I would really apply differentiated learning, where I apply, of course, the content, the process, and the product. Second is I am into a student-centered approach, where I really considered my students to do the manipulation, the hands-on, and the collaboration in order for the learning to happen. And I would also really consider for the collaborative learning, where I really believe that it's really efficient in working in group, and learning is very, very possible. What methods do you use to grade or evaluate your student progress? I am used to use 2 kinds of evaluation. First is formative and summative. In the formative assessment, where it's a day-to-day basis, where I assess my students in the way they participate in class orally or verbally, the written or skills, and that is day-to-day basis. While the summative test or the summative assessment, it is about in the unit, or as a teacher, I'm able to assess their learning in a particular unit at a given time. If you use technology in your teaching, describe how you use it. Specifically, discuss your experience using smartboard and ways that you incorporate it into your lessons. Oh, I really love smartboard. and or any interactive board that is available, because particularly the feature of notebook where everything is there, everything is available. You just make learning to happen. The teacher teaches and the student learn using the smart board. And what really admire me or amaze me in the smart board is that different abilities of the children are really significant in doing the smart board, especially for those who are visual. You can apply images, shapes, and videos. For those who are mathematical or logical mathematical, you can apply mathematics and equations and formulas. For those who are bodily kinesthetic, you can apply movements and collaboration that you can go and interact in the board itself. And of course, for those who are interpersonal, they could work alone using also the interactive board. There are varied activities that are available and features and software that I could use in the smart board, and it's really making the lesson very efficient and effective. If you have students who are noisy or non-attentive, share with us 2 ways you get them to be quiet and concentrate. Oh, I have students who are very noisy and unattentive during the class, but I'm really making sure that I always get their attention. Sometimes I'm a good artist. I dance, I sing, I do some artistic work and dramatization in order to get their attention. And in that way, I also apply what interests them most and give specific tasks for them in order for them to collaborate and apply learning. Describe the most difficult problem you have had to deal with as a teacher, and how did you solve this problem? In the Philippines, we have this new curriculum that is currently implementing, and unfortunately, we have lots of limitations like resources and some assistance from the government. And as a teacher, and it's really a problem to implement a new curriculum without any assistance or any materials to be used. But I am very proud to say that I bought my personal technology, and I really I extend my own capacity, work overtime, and do some work beyond the work that I am in. So in order to implement the new curriculum and of course to have the good result of that curriculum. Give one example to show that you are a flexible person and that you can make changes to your teaching and methods if that is necessary. Oh, there is one moment that I was really preparing and very prepared in doing some interactive board and smart board and doing some PowerPoint presentation and videos. Then suddenly the electric current was out, so I was amazed and shocked at the moment. But fortunately, I was able to use my skills, my artistic skills, my knowledge, and of course in delivering my lesson, I applied group differentiated teaching or learning and explicit learning, where the students are very much involved in the learning. And with that, they were not able to know that the methods I used was actually new, and I was not prepared for that. Is there anything you would like to add about your qualifications that we may not be aware of? I am good in research, and I really love doing research. And I am also doing some editing in video and doing design in tarpaulin or program design. And I am also good in doing administrative work like HR, and some doing liquidation or financial financial accountability and transparency. Have you spoken to your family about going to the United States to teach? Is there anything such as a family member that might object to your leaving home? Or are you aware that your family members may not join you here until approximately 4 to 6 weeks after your arrival? Of course, I am very much aware of that, and actually, my family are very supportive with me. I have my mom and sister, and they are very giving assistance, especially in my preparation and doing the process in my applications. Do you understand and accept the phases is a 3-year program, and after 3 years, you must return to your home country? Do you agree to this? Of course, I know that this is a contractual job, and I am very much willing to do my best and accept the whatever circumstances that the job is offering. That's all, and thank you.